So with the way things are on PC right now, with airstrikes, hybrid ships, more CVs, submarines being added, all these gimmicks that are not surface-to-surface ship combat being released, I think there might be some of you out there playing PC that might be looking at the console game and thinking, maybe that would be an alright time. And if you're one of those people, I'm here to say that yes. Playing console it feels like playing World of Warships kind of back in 2016, 2017 time. Obviously, there's aircraft carriers here. They're nowhere near as bad as on PC. The main issue, of course, with this game is destroyers, and we're playing one of the most broken ones. I have a very low-level commander on this ship right now, and we already have 5.1 kilometers of concealment, and I believe in the range of 7.5 kilometer range torpedoes, and around a 40-second reload on those Kamikaze torps that deal around 14,000 damage. Destroyers are nuts in this game, so if you're a DD player on PC, yeah, you would have a good time over here. I believe that. As a battleship player, it's a little bit tough to deal with a destroyer, but after dealing with the way aircraft carriers are on PC for so long, destroyers can be frustrating, but remember, you can always be on the opposite flank of a destroyer, and they can't get to you unless they travel all the way to your flank. It's not like the CVs where they can just come get you whenever you push out of the blob that you're clumped in. So I do believe that that this game, the console World of Warships game, is more balanced than the PC version. Obviously, it has its faults. Obviously, it's still run by Wargaming. So I truly believe that anything you see on the PC side will eventually come to this game. So I wouldn't start playing World of Warships Legends on your console if you're hoping that this game is going to stay the way it is and it won't become eventually what the PC game is, with airstrikes and subs and even more crazy aircraft, right? They are adding rocket planes, I believe, now that the nerf has come to rocket planes with the machine guns. We'll see how that goes on the live server after this patch, but it'll be interesting to see. The really big thing that I enjoy about this game, though, is the smaller maps, the smaller game size. It's 9 versus 9 instead of 12v12, and it feels like there's more action. There's more close-range fights, people push in more. There's more incentive to play the game at a more in-your-face kind of playstyle, and I think that will change over time, just like it did on PC. And that's why I say this game reminds me a lot of 2016, 2017 World of Warships in the way that people are willing to push in. And I mean, obviously they kind of throw their lives away, like this Omaha. You can see they die quickly when they push in, and that's evidence, I believe, of a player base that is learning to play the game. I think once all these players have learned that if you push in your Omaha and you sit broadside to battleships, you're going to die, therefore sit at the back angled in your cruiser. Once they learn that, the meta will become more passive, and we're already seeing that at the highest tier in this game, the legendary tier, which is tier 10 essentially. But that said, there is a lot of fun to be had in this game. There are a few issues, of course, with the commander system and how insanely grindy the commander system is. If you thought commanders were hard to grind out in PC, it is no contest. There are even special event commanders that you can really only get for spending doubloons that give you an edge. I won't lie. One of them that I believe has just come out is this some weeb integration, and one of the commanders is essentially the brawling German battleship commander, except the universal buff that they get eventually on that captain is accuracy, whereas the one in the base game is just AP shell damage on your battleship. And of course, we all know accuracy is far more important than a little bit of shell damage. So there's a little bit of pay to win stuff. Obviously, the Kamikaze is very much pay to win. You get you're just insane. The best concealment at your tier, and if you're a good destroyer player and know how to play around your concealment, Yeah, you're just laughing, especially when the enemy DDs are all dead. You just do things like this, where you just dev strike a battleship with 3 torpedoes. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game still. There's obviously going to be balancing issues in any multiplayer game, any online free-to-play game, especially when there's ways of monetizing the game, and there's lots of different players, and there's different skilled players, all that stuff. It all results in a game that's maybe not quite balanced the way you would want it. But I do believe there's a lot of fun to be had here. There's more brawling. If you play that tier 3, tier 4 battleship kind of thing, people are regularly within 10 kilometers of each other. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. And if you enjoy higher tier gameplay on PC, it's definitely here too. Legendary ships you can eventually work your way towards, and the tier 7s in this game are essentially tier 8s and 9s. And the meta is very, very similar. I just think it's a little bit more aggressive, and you're able to be more aggressive because it is that 9 versus 9 format. This will likely be one of the only Kamikaze games you see on this channel when it comes to World of Warships Legends. I'll likely be playing other things, just because this ship is so disgustingly powerful that I think it'll just get a little bit boring to watch me charge towards a battleship, get within 5 kilometers of them, dump torps, and then dev strike them over and over and over again. It's just that good, unless I get an insane game. But don't worry, I won't just be playing OP stuff in this game. We'll be playing more, little more reasonable stuff. I've nearly got the Kamikaze now, and I got a couple of the German secondary commanders now, so we might see some brawling games in the future for World of Warships Legends content. But yeah, I do think this game is a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying my time with it. It's a lot more relaxing. Maybe that's just because, you're hanging out on your couch and, you grab a pop or something like that, and you're just relaxed a little more than sitting upright at a computer desk or something like that. But it's a lot of fun. And I won't lie, some of that fun might come from beating up on newer players. I've obviously got a lot of experience playing World of Warships already, and it might be that some of these people are definitely newer to this game, right? They haven't played the PC version at all. They might not know quite as much as some of the PC players. So, in conclusion, I do think this is a good game, and it brings back a lot of the close-range, action-oriented fun that I used to really enjoy in World of Warships on PC. If you guys saw yesterday's video, I talked a little bit about the degrading communication and relationship between wargaming and the community, and how I believe that's just inevitable with a lot of game companies and their player bases over time. And honestly, this seems to be a game, because there's different people in charge of the console version of this game. It seems like they're communicating with their community a lot still. Again, this game's only within, I think, 2 years of being released, so keep that in mind. It's like the good old days when we'd have wargaming employees on subreddits and in streams, hanging out, talking, answering questions, that kind of thing. You can definitely see that a little bit more on the Legends side. I hope that they don't get too berated and insulted by the community that they stop doing that, but I don't know. Part of me, it's sad, but part of me sees that as a bit of an inevitability, that eventually the devs of this game will get tired of the player base, and the way they complain about new things being added and that kind of thing. And of course the player base getting tired of different things the developers are doing that they don't personally think would be best for the game. But it's cool to see that communication alive and well in at least the Legends game, right? So we get some intuition torps on that Aoba, and finish off the game with another dev strike with our torpedoes. Yeah, Kamikaze's insane, and I have a low-level commander. This thing can get, I think, below 4.5 kilometer concealment. I was playing with 5.1 kilometer conceal there, so even more insane. 130k, 12 torpits, 3 kills. Pretty awesome. It's a fun game, and it's free. If you got a console, I think it's worth giving a shot at least. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day.